Talk about your late bloomers.
As an age group swimmer, I swam on Golden West Swim Club here in Huntington Beach, and I wasn't really that great, age group swimmer. But in high school, I started to get a lot better.
West was introduced to the sport as a kid growing up in Bloomington, Indiana.
And you go 4 breaths, 3 breaths, 2 breaths, 1 breath, and then the 5th one easy.
But at age 10, the Wests moved west. This is a man who was part of a national championship swim team at the University of Michigan. Then in 1996, he finished third at the Olympic trials, missing the game by just fractions of a second in the 200-meter breaststroke, and he eventually retired.
I immediately faced what is a kind of crisis now for some of these top athletes. I had that feeling of, you're so used to training all the time, and then I just had a desk job.
The stress of owning his own software business was taking its toll. His doctors recommended, of all things, swimming.
I trained a little, here and there. I would go to a practice, but I surfed here in Huntington Beach and did weights and stayed healthy and fit.
And by age 40, he was the oldest man to make the Olympic trials in the breaststroke.
So a very good friend of mine who is an elite master swimmer, I told him we're doing a story on Steve West. He said, man, that guy is a beast. So how do you get so good in your late 40s? Well, for one, you train with your 16-year-old daughter.
It's good most of the time. Sometimes she's just like, hey, Dad, get out of here. I don't want to swim with you. She needs to go to practice, and they get in at 5 in the morning, 3 days a week. So at that time, I was like, well, I guess I'll just train when she trains.
Today, this 47-year-old is the Michael Phelps of master swimming, at least in the breaststroke as it relates to world records.
How many Masters world records do you have?
I don't know. I don't count them anymore. I don't know that I'm look at it like that, like, oh, I'm so proud of a record here and there. I'm just challenging myself against my own times generally.
Steve West has never met a challenge he doesn't face head on. Kurt Sandoval, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.